John Mahama comes up, but change the constitution so that it won't be said you have to come to power before you can prosecute somebody. If the government of power is doing wrong, you can take the person to court.
And somehow one more can't find for how are people going to repair the damage when it is proven that someone okay and yampa? And why not sabi within the principles of natural justice? Yabuano for Abraham Tinano. Now, some committee, do they have the power to even invite anybody? Do they have the power to move about?
Some of us here, Kasa, them never afford to try Yampia. Me, it's not about NDC MPP, I don't care. It's about Ghana. Until 7 January now, 7, you find your John Mahama no. Near Pia or Tia, and Kobe or Tia before then, illegal. That's what the Constitution says. Because you your constitutional mandated bodies they are supposed to work. Okay, perform TSA. Say I'm sure now you're individuals taking charge of things that are not supposed to be theirs. Ghana is doomed.
So as for us, all that we are doing, I think, is just to collect data.
By so doing, are you accusing people of wrongdoing?
We are not accusing anybody. How can we accuse you even if you have not investigated you? Before we can establish any form of guilt or suspected guilt, we have to investigate.
But you know, sir, there are institutions because you have been the general whatever, so you know what I'm talking about. Sir, there are institutions which can collect data and give it to the presidency.
Hello, keep watching Xposed GH, the best channel on all of YouTube. Yes.
Hello, I have Xposed GH, Mama Kwaba. Baby, I will be a dinchak a CMO. What of it here now? What would you better be a send it to her? You have shout out, right? Because my loyal viewers means me, they didn't door. So people who call in to say, Charlie, you are doing great job. We will also do it. Now, near by Mrs. Tabako Pass, Sabe. You're two and what here? Your friend Tracy from Poma, or Bass Honor, or Ban Warfare, or Bass Sabe. Ni baby, who I will say yes or bad. I honor Ocha we no so no sana or Bass Honor. I, oh, there, Bibiani, I'm more friendly. We try to start calling me about Terekasa. Our committee or say whatever campaigner NDC the buy no. There's been lot of talks. Minority say a friend member. Majority say you have to come. And then person will dive into it. Now one person has said or kasa miti or your friend say peace FM no kasa. In same way can person ekuti ba ye beto aso ye kom.
Sa kuo na ye say your friend Orano. I don't want to mention the individuals that compose of or that make it up. The mandate that sa kuo no you to me yeden. Mi ukrata bi eba outa minia Felix Kwachofo si na Nisasha say ora anu dwumadie no bra ye appointed attorney general no ebeba na wie ye. I read a statement to that effect. Me kai so say Owura Prosabani so issue statement say one mo na nenam enokra de na nya kuo bi o ka kire wo na man yokuo NDC for say o mo na nenam sorry nkrofo offices no ne ade ye sebi akatim sem ne ade no wo mu nyina no wo mu nyai cardinal ubeje di say a state institution one more almost from junior staff and almost junior staff and yes almost from junior staff I almost say almost done amanyuko NDC echo frame meeting with their senior management eka say omebu akonta kire wo MD no de wanko ni deputy na koye okoye obusa almost na de na muye almost omoye transition team as the transition act no microphone can you. It doesn't give the president-elect any power or authority to set up any body. Yedem rabe ye adwuma, yemfa mra nya adwuma. Enti sa oral na enam sesia yi no. Cardinal, Mathieu Mramu ayi akuni ni pa to say ami amili opani madam for lawyer Ansasare. A obusan sem say ni tumi ya odi ye adwuma no wo oral no amunamu amoye. To me by na mudi adwuma. Whoever they are, me ben. Is it a commission of inquiry? I'm not a chichiri woman. Say a committee set up by the president. To me, krata ben. Executive instrument ben. And no mudi ejuma. 3. Kadna. And someone woman can't find for honor. How are people going to repair the damage when it is proven and someone muking and yampa? And why na sabi within the principles of natural justice? Ya buano for Abrayanti na no. Now, some committee, do they have the power to even invite anybody? Do they have the power to move about? Now, if they are moving about, even with their own means, some state institutions, any state responsibilities, duties are almost yeno. Again, to me, and almost yes, I did. Or before be a friend, Shadrach, Meshach, Lockridge, and all can't say, they'll say, right is right, wrong is wrong. You cannot be wrong and feel right about it. Sidney Rittenberg, or we in China, 2019, yeah, or China, American journalist, and all can't say, be, or say, the doctrine of arriving at democracy through dictatorship is wrong and will always be so.
Kabila.
The doctrine of arriving at democracy through dictatorship is wrong and will always be wrong. It's an anathema to anything democratic.
You see, Mami Kapi show. Some of us here kasa them name comfort to a yampia. Me it's not about NDC MPP, I don't care. It's about Managana. Until 7 January na 7 ya fa ye Rajo Mahama no niam bia oti ya na ekuo bi oti ya before then illegal. That's what the constitution says. Enyam na America. That is what the constitution says. Because when we your constitutional mandated bodies they are supposed to work. Okay, conform tiasie. Say ahweye na yama individuals take charge of things that are not supposed to be there. Ghana is doomed. We are undermining the constitution. And your mama should have known. The oral whatever, the concepts could have been given to Shraj, Echo or whatever, and they could have taken it up. Now so because the constitution in your papaninti, it takes somebody to come to power before he or she can prosecute somebody. What a stupid country we are living in. If the constitution is so good, and can you even in opposition, come to me the government in power at courts, and still it will shake. So every time you can 8 years, 4 years, and send it to me prosecute you be Jimmy Promax, you can't see me. Yes, and this is the kind of constitution we are sitting on. Constitution now, I'm conform mandated, because of what? The power of the presidency, the president can do anything to the constitution and go scot-free. Alright, campaign, very good. Me, I'm all for it. But Bissau said, could not the president have what? Mandated Shraj, Echo, and all other people to what? Investigate. Are we saying so we don't trust our state institutions anymore? The special prosecutor, what is he doing? The UCO say Echo, we pay people to work. We have the national security, we have the police, CID, but what are they doing? Are they saying they are all bogus institutions? If that is not what they are doing, then what is what the oral campaign doing? If state mandated, then what is their purpose? Maybe sawa wohwebe. Onti ase. Me purchase say, constitutional mandate, if they can't work, then why do we pay them as people? Because that is taxpayers' money. But as usual, people defend it. Me, they mean defend it. The concept is good. John Mahama, thumbs up. But change the constitution so that it won't be said you have to come to power before you can prosecute somebody. If the government of power is doing wrong, you can take the person to court. And you don't fear because the system has to work. If the systems are not working now, we don't need vigilantes to go about destroying, properties in the name of what? Yaba. Yaba be take over. And people are laughing. Jimmy Pro Max. We need to be serious as people. No, we are not on level. I say, I'm a data collected. And I'll try to explain around. I say data collection. You
are on the ground inspecting places.
Exactly. What is happening? What happened, which people are looking at or reporting, is basically a validation mission. Okay. Because we cannot just sit in our office and Lumote family will say that they've destroyed our building. We put that into our report. And then the presidency respond to us and say, look, when we send someone there was no distraction. Nobody has taken the building. Guys, so we just want to validate and see if, especially those things that are physical, like building on government land, demolition of government buildings or things belonging to the state. So this is basically a validation mission. We have not investigated anybody or attempting to even prosecute anybody. We don't have those money.
Is there a thin line between this validation and investigation you're talking about?
Yes, there's a lot of investigation. Difference. Validation is basically going to see what is on the ground to confirm. Mm-hmm. If we were investigating, we were going to call all the parties, raise questions to get answers, etc. So you see, if you follow the media reportage, you see that there was a member of the family who was there when we were at the
I've seen the picture
who was making all those claims. It was not the team. We are not part. We were not there when the demolition, etc., were to be done.
One of the issues that's brought this to the fore is the immediate past NIB bosses matter.
Yeah.
It was in the View when he was explaining the things you are doing, the visitations, and the places you have seen.
Yes.
That a member of your committee had indicated that he had willingly returned what he considered to be a land unlawfully acquired. Immediately, he issued a rejoinder.
Yeah.
His rejoinder was that he had not acquired any land unlawfully and had not done any such contacting with the team.
Yes.
This is what has become the projector of the View that you are basically engaged in witch hunting as we speak.
No, I don't think so, because I think what I heard, if I heard it correct, was that a member of the committee said he has volunteered to return the land. He has volunteered to return the land. I don't find the SS over there. And of course, he said, I have not. And I saw again, other media coverage showing documents to show that he bought the land at a lower prices, etc. So as far as all that we are doing, I think is just to collect data.
By so doing, are you accusing people of wrongdoing?
We are not accusing anybody. How can we accuse you even if you have not investigated you? Before we can establish any form of guilt or suspected guilt, we have to investigate. Being a former auditor, I think at least you credit me with investigation skills.
Yeah, generally.
To know that when you start investigation, especially an audit, your preliminary findings may be very different from your ultimate position, because that preliminary findings may be rebutted with other evidence. So we cannot accuse anybody. But then where there's the problem, I think, lies is people are not able to differentiate between the validation mission of the team and the job that the national security represented by Kofi Boakye is doing. So when national security moves in, they say, we have moved into, we have no control over police.
Okay, I get your point.
Yes.
And data collection so that I buy the bomb baby. But you know, sir, there are institutions because you have been the general whatever, so you know what I'm talking about. So there are institutions which can collect data and give it to the presidency, because that is what they are being paid to do. also being paid? It's not duplication of work. Reset. We are jokers. We are joking as a nation. Because you're not jokers, we wouldn't be doing this. We are thinking like 1983. They say I say setting up a tribunal. It's not a setting up. Those things are still that. Enforce them. Give them proper power. Take the power from the presidency and give it to people to work. That is what should be done. And yet you add it up. It doesn't do focal. And you're gonna scan your sign. It's all around. I'm afraid you can say not to come. Constitutionally, they don't have the rights. You can decide not to come, and they can't do focal. If the SP, special point, or no, you have to come because constitutionally they are being what? Mandated. What are you talking about? Say, Dampare invite you have to go because constitutionally he's mandated. See the favor, but all our favor, you can decide not to go. And I hear people saying, say, if they don't go, we'll go and force them. Go and force them. You think there are no laws in Ghana? You think there are no laws in Ghana? There are laws. So you go and do kwasasem. And for the who we are, I want about smoothness level. Obey them. And you're behind it. Yes, I can. If Nipana Yabonia, let the Lord deal with the person. And 1 year can deny, and 1 year can. Don't do vigilantism. Yes, a BM. Vigilante, go be when you will be that. There will be a chum. And this young people, I'm going to go beer. Yeah, the new force. Yeah, basaka kaino. Because yeah, laws na ya juma and yes, sabe. Yeah, kwatiti. The laws that are there, come shamukina, let them work. Aye. So I team more from here. People na meba. I Xposed GHFM Bruce. Subscribe. The tumpa na sa ka bi Manuel si bye bye.
Keep watching Xposed GH, the best channel on all of YouTube. Yes.